Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. It is time to talk about movies and video games.
Who wants the man in plaid? Oh. Victor Lucas and
Bam!
Scott Jones.
Already.
Joining us.
Wearing different colors, different plaid.
You guys, it happened to me and Michael, because you guys have been co-hosts for how long now?
4 or 5 years almost.
Yeah. We started dressing.
We did that too.
The same, unconsciously. we started dressing.
You don't
the same.
think about it, and we show up in leather jackets on the same day.
We shop at the same clothing stores.
We do.
And we're not quite, we can't exchange clothes.
But
We're
it
not
is.
the same
It's a
size.
very strange. It's like when you're married or when you're with someone for a long time, and you actually unconsciously start dressing in the same colors, the same sort of.
And you have to wear so many clothes. I think that's part of it as well, right? You're always looking for the new outfit, so invariably.
We go to the same lady to get our haircut.
It's true.
Do you really?
You guys have morphed into
Well, now wait.
each other.
Have you usurped his style?
Well,
or is
you know
he...
what's, and I wear glasses when we're not rolling all the time, but I have to take them off
You have
because
to have the
I look like
difference.
Mini Scott.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott and Vic, of course, from Reviews on the Run. We have to review some stuff. Now, Real
Sure.
Steel is one of the movies that I think is doing really
It's
well.
a blast. It's a really, really fun movie. It's Rocky with robots, and so right away I was in. I had high hopes for this film.
I don't know that a lot of other people did, though. I mean, the buzz started building, but at the beginning, when you first heard about this being in production, people were like,
Well, it seems so obvious and so cheesy, but it's really fun. We both had a great time.
I love boxing and I love robots, but I still had low expectations for this. I thought this would be garbage, and then we went.
It's appealing though to us to go and see robots fighting each other.
The first 45 minutes or so are kind of slack, but then it kind of picks up.
You guys might be the demographic.
We are
for this.
kind of the demo, yeah.
Now, is it based on the little boxing game?
No, it's its own new property, but it's, Hugh Jackman's a producer on it, and he got right behind it, and I think they've already greenlit the sequel. I think the movie's done very well. The kid is fantastic.
Dakota Goyo really walks away with this movie, and he out-acts and out-hustles everyone.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman seems to have the toughest part in the film, kind of just performing and being the character, because there's such a machine around the guy now, so you can kind of feel that. But the movie is really fun. Evangeline Lilly's in it, and she does a great job.
Yeah, I think if you go into this, lower your expectations a little bit, and I think you're going to have...
Kind of like watching Urban Rush.
Yeah, exactly. Lower your expectations. Now, I've heard a lot about this, because when you look at the cast of Ides of March, my goodness, it's just like great
Paul
actor,
Giamatti, Philip Seymour Hoffman,
and Ryan Gosling, who is the man of the moment on the big screen right now, and George Clooney's the director of the film. It's a very good movie.
It's political intrigue. It's one of these, backroom kind of, roll up your sleeves and let's talk about, what politics are really like.
It's really dirty, though.
Is it really?
Yeah, you don't feel good about anything that happens.
By
in
the
this
end,
film.
we both needed showers.
But I think that's perfect for the times in which we live, right?
Yeah,
Because
it
there
is.
an underlying unsettling
We walked
feeling.
out of this thing and we're talking about how politicians, everyone, it's cliche to even say at this point.
Terrible job.
But what an awful job.
Yeah.
Clooney seems to do a lot of these kind of films these days.
He's very politically minded, and what's interesting is this. It's a real, it kind of puts the Democratic Party in a bad light. This film because he's playing the Democratic presidential.
Puts humanity in a bad light.
It does, yeah, it really does. What was cool though for me to see the film, it was just to see the change between Drive, which Ryan Gosling was in earlier this year. I love that movie, and the role he played in that and the role he played in this are completely
Kid can
separate.
act.
He's
I
fantastic.
love him.
Yeah, he's
Good
very
Canadian
good.
kid.
Ladies
now,
like him.
The Thing.
Yeah,
I was a huge fan of the original movie from 1982 with Kurt Russell and the great special effects and John Carpenter. And then this is supposed to be a prequel, but what it turns out to be is kind of a remake of that movie. And I don't know how they could even call it a prequel because it borrows every single plot line from the 1982 movie.
It's kind of a remix of the first movie done poorly with characters that you don't care about. We don't get to know anybody. It's just a bunch of guys with beards.
Are there at least
and they die kind of in order.
Did you guys meet Jonathan on your way?
We did. We were
glad that he's
we were
gone
both
now.
trying to do that. We think everybody tried to
I
do
saw
something.
the trailer. I thought it looked pretty
You
good.
liked
but that was
the
based on
trailer.
trailer.
It has great atmosphere, and you get out into the middle of nowhere, and all these people are isolated in a little encampment. All these scientists are together.
It's a proven concept.
There's a lot of people that are glowering at one another, and the monster, I just got to be honest, it looks like an octopus ate another octopus and pooped it out. And that's the monster.
Terrible.
Sounds
Has
pretty scary, though.
Giant tendrils, and it just
get a lot
makes
of it.
Now,
loud.
did you at least
lights
jump
of-
out of your seat once or
there-
twice?
no, it
Never?
It's embarrassing. I kind of fell asleep a little bit. It's really a bad film.
We kind of keep an eye on each other in bad movies. If one of us falls, like Vic.
Yeah.
Vic.
Okay, we have to get
Not
to the
scary.
games
Not
really
good.
quick. Kirby Mass Attack. Tell us about this one.
This is great. You actually play as up to 10 Kirbys at the same time, which sounds crazy. He's a little pink Powerpuff thing that gobbles all. I love that we're going from the Thing to Kirby. This is great. But it's so different.
An octopus, the native octopus.
It's such a cool concept because you have to kind of manage all of these little characters, and they kind of have a mind of their own, so they're running all over the place. But you have to get through a level, and it sounds crazy and manic and way too complicated, but it's really easy to play. And
but once you get a whole bunch
fun.
of Kirbys on the screen, as Vic calls it, it's called Kirby gangbang.
Yeah,
He just jumps on the other enemies and they just start jumping all over them.
I don't know what that
The
term
real
refers to.
Victor Lucas.
No idea.
But I mean, that's what it kind of looks like. They just
What about
pounce on the
Rage?
bad
Now,
guys.
this is a little bit more mature than
Yeah.
Kirby. It doesn't star a little power pink, suck and blow creature. This is all mutants in a wasteland, and you get all kinds of different guns. This is made by the same people who made Quake and Doom,
Yes.
some of the original first-person shooters, and this has been in development since 2007, and technically it's just gorgeous.
Does it live up to the expectations?
I love it. I really love this
Scott,
game. He
are
didn't
you going
love
to be
it.
morose?
No, he was okay. He's got valid points.
I think being honest instead of morose is the way I would describe
Oh,
myself.
very nice. Yes,
Thank you.
for your morose
No,
world.
it has some driving elements, it has some shooting elements, and I just think there are better driving games and better shooting games out there. And I think whenever you try to mash two genres together, it doesn't always
well,
work.
You have to compromise.
Yeah, what's more important than that, though, is that it is kind of building a game with story and with an RPG kind of undertone. And they never do games like that. They're always just fast action Twitch games. And this game has all of that, plus layers of depth and lots of gameplay in a million different directions. So I
We
love
know
it.
that you're the one that likes the
that
story, and
Yeah.
you just like the action.
Okay, what about Batman?
Not true.
It's
It's not out yet until Tuesday. We can't technically talk about
No,
this
we
game.
can. It's out. The embargo's over.
wasn't this one of your favorites last year?
This is my favorite game of all time
Okay.
right now.
Of all time?
Batman Arkham City.
Really?
It is absolutely
It sounds like an
outstanding.
overstatement, but he's being honest.
It's
Scott,
better.
what do you think of it?
But you're not
I
allowed
think it's awesome. I mean, I'm not a huge comic book guy. I could care less about superheroes, but I am a huge video game guy. And this is a lot of fun, great third-person action. You get all of Gotham City to explore.
Or Arkham City,
Ar-
which is
you
a
get all of
chunk,
Arkham
chunk
City?
of Gotham City, which is still
It's a
massive.
suburb.
Yeah, well, it's basically a big prison that Hugo Strange has put all of the, which is a
best
villain.
video game ever,
It's
though?
ridiculous because I love
Really?
Batman, and they got the mechanics of the character beautifully. The story is fantastic. All of the voice acting that's
He's
in
so
there.
horny right now.
It's amazing. I mean, it really is.
Don't scare me.
Well,
Where's Kirby?
Yeah, I'll tell you, with all of the talk about iOS games and how the big budget games are kind of in trouble, this is a breath of fresh air. It really proves that there's a lot of viability in this model and that you can make huge games that can attract a lot of people.
Yeah, this is going to be a blockbuster.
It is. It's a
Gentlemen,
massive
as
game.
per usual, we have so much to talk about and so very little
Yes.
time. But I do want to mention very quickly, one of those gentlemen is going to be a father.
I
soon.
am going to be a dad.
Not me.
Congratulations. Scott is a proud father of two cats.
Yes, he has two cats.
Scott was just relieved. He's like, "Don't be me. Don't be me. It's not me."
And we should
We've
clarify,
turned into Maury
it's not
Povich.
us together having a baby. Okay, so everybody knows
They're
that.
having a little plaid
No,
baby.
we are not.
It's going to be beautiful.
No, my wife and I are expecting a baby in February, and we're very excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Very
very
nice.
much.
Congratulations.
Thanks
We're
so much.
excited
Of
about
course,
it.
you can watch these two on Reviews on the Run. Make sure that you check it out.
We're going to take a break. When we come back.